Well, the events that we have seen over the past week in Ferguson, Missouri, have sparked a national dialogue about race relations in this country. Questions about that have risen with police harassment and the double standard that many African Americans say they face when it comes to law enforcement and the judicial system in this country. But what can be done about it?
Obey the law.
The aftermath of someone we're told was shot there has been some violence, but the overwhelming majority of people are peacefully protesting. There is a major rally this afternoon that the attorneys, Ben Crump and Darryl Parks and Gray and I are hosting. Martin Luther King III will be with us. Let us be clear, there's been a smear campaign against this young man.
Looting and rock throwing erupted overnight, and it came after authorities identified the officer who fatally shot Michael Brown last Saturday. Police also released video of a man who appears to be Brown stealing cigars from a convenience store shortly before he died.
Melissa, when we look at the fact that the police chief would release a tape alleging he shoplifted. Let's quit talking about robbery. This is at best shoplifting.
Breaking development on the situation in Ferguson to tell you about. NBC News has now verified 2 photographs of Officer Darren Wilson. He's the Ferguson police officer who shot and killed Michael Brown. These are the first photos we have seen and aired of the officer. These pictures were first reported by Yahoo News, and Ferguson police have not responded to NBC News' request for comment on the photos.
This does feel to me like a defining moment, and clearly you are calling here on the Justice Department, which is, of course, headed by Attorney General Eric Holder, of course, overseen by our own President Obama. There is a Democratic governor, Governor Nixon, there in Missouri, who called yesterday for that curfew, who spoke to Andrea Mitchell earlier today about exactly the issues that you're talking about in terms of the smearing of this young man. But let me ask you this. If it is a defining moment for our nation, is it specifically a defining moment for the Democratic Party?
Well, I think it is a defining moment for both parties.
Chicago killings happen every single weekend. I'm in Chicago. It doesn't make the headlines. It's not a sexy enough story. It's only sexy if somebody's dead from a white cop.
Those that seek to be president cannot have laryngitis at this time.